Stop forcing it. Stop rushing it. It has to be meditative. It has to be something you do as a daily ritual, even on weekends. You have to feed your mind constructive, positive learning case studies where you see these things happening in the past. You're fearful that it's not going to work for you because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's all. That's all it is. I am afraid of heights. I have no shame in saying that. I don't have any control over it. I tried to conquer it. It is what it is. I'm not going up into a fucking perfectly good airplane just to jump out that bitch and say I survived a descent with a parachute on my fucking back that I don't have confidence it may open up and do what it needs to do. That's a level of risk that I'm not willing to take. But that's the equivalent of what you're trying to do without any training. You want to go up to the heights of whatever that airplane. Yeah, don't worry about the training. I didn't come to the training day. I don't really know where the ripcord is for the parachute, but I want to get up there and do what they're doing because it's going to be fun. You don't know if you're afraid of heights. You don't know if your blood pressure is going to drop and pass out. You don't know if you're going to be conscious to do all those things, to survive the descent. You don't know if you're going to have a heart attack. You don't know yourself. I know myself. I'm not fucking going up there. Okay? It's as simple as that. So I conquer my fear by avoiding that situation. The way you conquer your fear about trading is you condition yourself to find the atmosphere, the conditions, the profile in the marketplace, not market profile in the sense of volume bars turned sideways, vertically on your chart and have all that bullshit on there. I'm talking about profile in sense like a schematic, like how the market will behave. Whatever that is for you. For some of you, it might be as simple as I want to do a classic ICT buy day where you're waiting for the opening. You want to wait for a Judas swing to drop down, maybe going into take sell side liquidity out on a lower time frame or trade into a buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency, fair value gap. And then you're buying that with the expectation you're going to hold it for the entire range and you'll get out in the last hour of trading. And you're going to wait for instances where that can manifest itself in price. It won't be every day, but you're okay with that because you're not out there trying to impress everybody that's day trading as you being an everyday trader, which rolls us into greed. Greed stems from the lack of trust in yourself and or your model. Wait a minute. How can that be? If you're greedy, and you're saying that I'm greedy because I have a lack of trust in myself and or my model. How can I be greedy? Because you want a lottery mindset. You think that this stuff works, yes. But it just might be the day that you go in there and try to do it. It might cause you losing money. It may cause you losing peace of mind. It may cause self-doubt. And you may blow the account. And you'll hear people out there that never show you that they make money. They'll tell you, you got to push your edge. When you're making money, you got to push your edge. Keep going in. Keep going. No. I teach plateaus. What is more likely for you to succeed? From the bottom of a mountain slope, if it was a completely smooth 45-degree angle up to the peak of it, you're brand new. It's the first time you've been there. What's more likely and sustainable for you to start running at the fastest pace that you have and can do and start to run from the base of the mountain in a 45-degree slope all the way up to the top? You're at the zenith of it. You're at the very pinnacle at the top. You're at the highest point now. Can you sustain that highest fast pace in that? Chances are no. Think about when people ride the uncertainty roller coaster with going up the Mount Everest. Nobody goes up there in a straight shot. They go up for a little while and they level out for a little while. And you have to allow their body to do what? Get accustomed to that new height. Lower oxygen. It's a whole process. So when you're climbing your equity curve and you're getting in, you're trying to find profitability and consistently profitable, each day in the beginning, you think, I want to make this much money every single day, this percentage every single day. And when I'm winning and the market's still running, don't go back in thinking, I got to get some more out of that. Your model says be done. You don't trust it. You think if you don't push my edge, get in there and do as much as I possibly can because the market's really running, you're losing sight. And you're pushing your entire career into one trading day. That's greed. That's the only reason why that happens. Greed. You think that you're going to make so much more. And that one moment in time, you're thinking to yourself, this is the one that puts me over. You're fucking trading with nano lots. You're trading with micro lots. You're trading with one mini. Your life isn't changing. Okay. You're not retiring. You'll still see Carl tomorrow. Don't let this stuff mess with your head thinking that you have to do something over leveraged, over trading, doing more than what's necessary. Your model says take the trade when it gets to your target, be done, be content, close the charts, and then refer back to it at a later time when you wouldn't be trading it. If you can't do that, you don't trust yourself. And if you're thinking that way, you shouldn't trust yourself. You have to physically remove yourself from the markets. Leave. Don't be around. Don't have the app on your chart. I'm sorry, on your phone. Don't do it. Or you don't trust your model. People are greedy because they think that their model is only working right then and there. So let's maximize it because it might not work in the future. It might stop working. I might not be able to find the same fucking setup that repeats every fucking day, every single week. I might get amnesia and forget that this shit doesn't fucking actually occur every single fucking day. Sounds silly when it's said like that, but that's exactly what you're doing. You're forgetting the fact that this stuff repeats. You're forgetting the fact that these things occur at a specific time of the day, specific days of the fucking week. All these things are repeating phenomenon. They're not random. These are things that absolutely are coded. They're there because they're supposed to be there. They are set on a schedule. They're going to fucking happen. It doesn't matter how many fucking people are buying it or selling it on Reddit. They're not going to make the market do any fucking thing. They're going to fall victim. AMC. Perfect fucking example. But when that herd mentality, we're going to put the shit into the marketplace and fucking shaft these market makers, these billionaire hedge fund managers, we're going to bankrupt them. They're fucking laughing at you. This is their game. This is their casino. You're not going in there changing shit. You're not changing nothing. You have to play by the fucking rules. And I'm showing you what the rules are. Some of you are kicking and screaming saying, I'm not going to do it. Okay, don't comply. Fail. But don't fucking cry and bitch and say, my stuff doesn't work or nobody makes money. Because look around. We're all here. We're raising our hands saying, how you doing? How you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing fucking great. How are you doing? Are you wrestling still? Take stock in what I'm saying here today, folks. I promise you, one of these things you're stuck on. And that's it. That's the thing. It's you. Every single one of these things I've talked about, these 4 central tenets that keeps you from trusting and knowing that your model will deliver, it's all you. You. It was me. It will be the person that you see come up in the marketplace next. Your buddy, your friend, your coworker, your relative that says, hey, I want to do what you're doing once you find consistently profitable trading. And they'll have these same things that they have to work through. And generally, they're in this order. Impatience, impulsiveness, fear, greed. See, greed, you don't really necessarily feel greed in the beginning because you don't know if it can work or not. I don't think that the initial interest in trading and trying to make money is greed. That's just morbid curiosity because we're not really like average people to be willing to put ourselves through this kind of shit, which is a testimony to a great deal of people that say, traders are weak-minded people. They're not. Even people that are consistently losing, Think about it. Think about what they're doing. If they're willing to keep resetting their account, they're willing to put more money into a trading account. Is that a weak person? Fuck no, that's not weak. That's somebody that's fucking determined. They're just misinformed. They have no idea how to control themselves and or find a model. If you give them control over themselves, coping skills to help them realize that they are the problem, and you give them a sound model, they will whip the shit out of you. Because they have the tenacity that's necessary in this business. This industry is a vampire. It many times sucks the lifeblood out of everyone. They don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. I had members in my mentorship that paid me. Never listened to me. Never proved that they were doing anything. Never fucking used the insight about what I was saying about the marketplace. The euro was going to go here. The British pound was going to go here. The dollar was going to go here. It's going to keep going down until it goes here. That's what I do when I do reviews. I'm pointing to a higher time frame daily chart and submit to it. And then I'll show examples of what I did or what other people have done in the community. And they did something completely opposite. They blow their account and they fucking sent me an email. It's only one person that did this. One person sent me a fucking email and said, "You ruined my fucking life, ICT." I did by calling the fucking future before it fucking happened, made fucking profitable fucking students using the same fucking thing that you listened to at that time. I ruined your life. You're a fucking train wreck. You have to fix yourself. I can't fix that for you. I'm a realist. That's why I talk the way I talk. I know that there are going to be people out here that are going to try to do this stuff and blame everything externally on me, something else, the fucking weather, whatever it is. You are a warped mind that needs to be fixed. And I don't have the skills or the ability to fix that. That's a head and ass syndrome, and you have to fix that on your own. I can't do it. I'm not qualified. But once you unfuck yourself, I can make you a profitable student. I can make you a profitable trader. I can make you a fucking millionaire if you just listen to me. But if you don't want to listen, you want to stay impulsive. I know he said it's going to go here, and he's been fucking right about 95% of the time. But today I think he's wrong, and I'm going to go in and fade him and then lose your ass. You don't want to own it? You don't want to swallow? That's on you. I'm still sleeping the same way I'm sleeping, living the way I'm living. All my students that are making money and doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're not skipping a beat either. You thought I forgot about you. I didn't forget about you. I think about you all the time. You're an audience of one. I've never had anybody send me an email that said I ruined their life, but you. And it's been a year and 2 months or so since you sent that. And I think about you all the time. I'm hoping that you're fixing yourself. Because there's no excuse now. You can see it. There's people all around the world using what you've learned. And I made it even easier with the YouTube lectures. All that stuff, that 2022 model, I actually taught that in a commentary in the mentorship. But because most people don't take notes, they weren't paying attention, that was already taught. Literally spelled out. Went right over their head. All these things are simple to conquer, but they require time and application and replacing what you are negatively doing with the positive things I'm telling you to do. And over time, the default response internally is that you won't fall victim to these things. It doesn't mean you won't see or feel the impulses of them creeping in. You'll say, I know what this is going to do if I do that. I'm not going to do that. But there will be periods in your life when you're weak. And I'm weak right now. I'm fatigued. My firstborn almost took himself out. And I wanted a victim yesterday. I got it, but I did something I shouldn't have done. I traded in a time when I should not have traded. I gave myself over to my emotions. And I'm telling you, even though I made money, that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. It's wrong. I should not have done it. And I feel guilty because as an educator, as a person that, well, a principal, I know I should not have done that. But I'm at a weekend, and I'm not just, please believe I'm not justifying this at all, but I am absolutely human. I have frailties like all of you. And I'm trying my best to wrestle through this. And one of the things I know I can do very well is go into the market and take from those that don't know. So once I did it, I reflected on it, and I thought to myself, I shouldn't have done that.